Hey guys, welcome to Mask Monday. It has been a while since I have sat down and actually filmed a Mask Monday. So I'm going to do it today. And for today's mask, I'm using the Dew of the Gods. This is the Olive Icelandic Silica Detox Mask. And this, it's just beautiful. That's the very top. And it comes with a little safety top, which I'm going to be dipping into that, using that a little bit. This mask was given to me by Miss G, who will be listed in the description box, so y'all go follow her. I really, really enjoy this mask. I used to use the Glam Glow. Oh, it's cold. Ooh. And the Glam Glow was really popularized, I think, in my opinion, and I could be very, very wrong, as I often am, were the kind of the pioneers of these type of masks, these mud masks, if you will. And they really did tighten your face. But the downside of that was it left really prominent flakes of mud on your face. I mean, it's a mud mask. And that was just very, just very off-putting for me. I used what I had. My kid gave me a bottle or a jar of it not long after it came out and was pretty popularized. And so, she's like, I don't like it. And I was like, well, I'll try it. And this was, before I got into doing this stuff online. I mean, I was doing this stuff at home. And so I tried it and I was like, oh, this stuff really does work. It made my face feel tightened, brightened, all the check marks that it says it's going to do. However, the once I looked up the price of it, I was like, nope, and nope. And so I never repurchased that at all. I was like, yeah, it ain't worth that much money, because those were very expensive. So fast forward a couple years later, they at the time were offering some items in their boxes that were from Glam Glow. So I lucked up and got it was the Barbie themed, and this was Barbie. So I did use it, and then I think I was getting 2 boxes at this time, both paid for, and I got another one, and I never even opened it. I used the Barbie one, and I finished it, and I just never repurchased it, or even opened the other one, because I was like, this is just such a, in my opinion, waste of money, especially once I started, trying different brands that I actually like better. I like when I'm wiping this off that, and it's got an earthy scent, but not earthy in the sense of medicinal type of thing. It's a fresh scent, if that makes sense. But, these masks, like any of these mud masks, are just perfect. There is no little flecks of mud. Everything just really blended out. really good. So I've really been enjoying this. And it was time. I was well overdue for a mask. And I just used this Tarte brush. I had a skincare applicator brush, and I cannot find it for the life of me. But, so I just used this one by Tarte. It's not a favorite brush of mine. Just, it is so dense. I mean, I say so dense. I mean, it is just, whew, I was trying to, like, that's just me squeezing, just, you know, just going like that, and it just holds its place. But it's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. But I haven't decluttered it yet, because I'm always looking for different ways to use this brush, because it is very sturdy. It's very good at what it does. My main complaint is when I'm cleaning it. So I can make do with this to put these masks on. So that's what we're going to do. This is also going to be a little bit of a non-makeup, non-beauty type video. Just a few things that I kind of wanted to touch on that really don't relate to the beauty side of things. But, you know, that's kind of just how I've always looked at Mask Mondays. You know, we do fun little would you rathers, or little questions that, again, you know, are not beauty heavy, but rather, you know, lifestyle, funny, enjoyable content. So I thought I would do that for this video, to try to keep things a little bit upbeat. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, had a great start to December. I know I have. I have just gotten good news, good surprises. You know, my faith in humanity is somewhat restored. So my daughter drove my car to a local store here, the town over, but she parked it at Sam's Club. I don't know if y'all have Sam's Club where everybody's at, but we do here. It's just all part of the Walmart chain, I guess would be a good word to use. But at any rate, you buy everything in bulk. And so a lot of times she'll go to Sam's and purchase, you know, the meats, the things that they go through the most as their family of four. So she had asked to drive my car. She had Christmas presents in hers. So I was like, yeah, sure. Well, won't long, we got a telephone call from a police officer, and he said, you know, Mr. So-and-so, do you own a, you know, the make and model of my car? And he said, yes, I do, my wife and I. And he said, well, there's been an accident in the parking lot. Whoever's driving the car doesn't know yet. You know, the lady that hit you, you know, she called us, so forth and so on. So, you know, we asked, was there any damage? And the cop said, no. He said, but, you know, she wanted to do the right thing and call you guys. And so, you know, Jeff said, okay. And anyway, we called my daughter, and she walked outside, and, you know, Jeff was like, well, take some pictures and send them to me. Because we didn't know. I mean, we had no clue whatsoever, other than our car had been hit. It was hit on the front. The lady was driving a truck, and it backed up. And so she did the right thing. And Samantha, you know, FaceTimed with my husband, and we couldn't see anything. And so he spoke with the lady, and she was so apologetic. Just, I mean, you would have thought that she totaled my car. It was my car. And, you know, my husband, once she got home, he called her and he said, look, there's no damage to our car. I'm not going to file this on any type of insurance because there was no damage. There's nothing to repair. But I thoroughly appreciate your honesty. Did you have any damage? And she was like, no, a hitch. She was on a vehicle that had a trailer hitch on it. So the ball hitch is what hit the very bottom of my car. Anyway, there was no damage to her car or my car. So, you know, Jeff's like, no, everything's fine. You know, don't worry about it. And the other week, I checked the mail and there was a card in there. And so I opened up the card. You know, I was like, oh, wow, we've already got a Christmas card, but I don't know this address. You know, and I opened it up and it was just so touching. She had sent us a Christmas card, and, you know, she had wrote some really lovely sentiments, and then she signed it, her name, and then she said down at the bottom, P.S., I'm the lady that hit your vehicle. And she put $25 in the card. And I was just so speechless. You know, so I called my husband up at work, and I was like, you'll never believe what we just got. And he was like, what? And I told him. He said, I'll be daggone. He said, well, we're gonna do the same thing. I said, yeah, we are. You know, because it was like the perfect example of just people being good people, you know? And I'm not talking about me and my husband, you know, I'm talking about her. She could have easily driven off, you know, not said a word, and we would never be the wiser. There was no visible marks on our vehicle, 0. But she stopped and she did the right thing. And for me, that was just so admirable, you know, that especially in this day and time when there's just so much meanness in the world, but it wasn't for her. She was just wonderful, you know, and then to turn right around and send us, you know, it just really touched me. And then I received a gift in the mail for me and my grandchildren, and that person, they know who they are. It's private and it's personal, but it literally came at just the right time as I'm dealing with all of this, you know, uncertainty with, you know, my life moving forward, the uncertainty of what I'm going to be capable of. I guess I don't want to make that sound ominous, because it don't. I'm just in a very stressful state of, is something going to go my way, or is something going to go a different way, which will in turn, you know, change the trajectory of where my life is going, you know, versus my life will still be the same, and there's not the stress that it's on. So, you know, I've kind of been, everything that's been done can be done. It is in the hands of you know, God and the judge. So I'm not in any trouble. None of that. So yeah, I am a little bit, you know, worried about that. But, you know, these two gifts were just so meaningful, just so meaningful. But at any rate, I'm gonna leave that conversation alone because I will get emotional. I'm a person that you could send me, you know, $25 in a card, and you can send me $1,000 in a card, or you can send me $2 in a card, and it all means the same to me. Every single solitary bit. I'm appreciative of any and everything. I've always been that way. That's just how I was raised. It's how I tried to raise my children. I was very fortunate that my children, as well as now my grandchildren, know their manners, know that they say thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for drying my tears. We just show gratitude in our house. And that's something that, that was instilled in me by not only my mama, but my grandma, and then me, and then my kids, and then their kids. So, that's, 5 generations? And, I'm very, very proud of that. That is something that I tried to teach my children very, very, very early on, is to be appreciative, because it's the right thing to do. So I did want to kind of touch on that, and it's non-beauty related. But everything just put me in just such a good headspace. And I've just been in such a, not necessarily sad, but just had a barrage of emotions going on, in my head. And some I've shared, some I haven't, some I won't ever share, but I'm having a really good day today. I've had a really good day. So with that being said, let's get this mask wiped off, and I will be back. Alrighty, guys, that is it for this week's, something in the teeth. So that is it for this week's Mask Monday. I am so sorry it has taken me so long to get back onto the Mask Monday schedule, but I just had so much stuff going on, and this is a tough time. We're all in busy, gearing up for the holidays. So, and I am one of those. So, at any rate, as always, be beautiful, be kind, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.